So, yet another rumor saying that Henry Cavill is back as Superman. Boy, there sure are a lot of those. There's been a lot for a while, because it's what everybody wants. Will we get it? Well, let's take a look. Here we are once again at Cosmic Book News. DC Insider recommends woke Superman cancellation back to Henry Cavill. See? Who does he look like here? Looks like Superman, doesn't he? Anyway, so Matt McClane is patting himself on the back because he predicted a lot of this. It's his psych. Do what he wants. DC Insider is recommending the cancellation of the woke black Superman and a return to Henry Cavill as the Man of Steel. Matt McClane wrote the news that Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav is reevaluating the big J.J. Abrams Warner Brothers deal, and he should, because he's got nothing to show for it, you know? I mean, I would have thought by now he would have just slapped some crap out, which is all he's going to do anyway. But, I don't know. Well, of course, he's busy chasing Star Trek again. Can't even get the cast back. They're like, what? What Star Trek? And then now he's running off to Apple TV for some other movie or show or whatever. I mean, what the hell? But probably should have had that exclusivity clause in there. But I guess they were so desperate for the bad robot that they didn't. But, yeah. Anyway, that it could mean good things if they're going to reevaluate that for Henry Cavill as Superman, as Zaslav has been cleaning house at WB, which includes the ouster of Toby Emmerich. Yes, he was shown the door, albeit a door to another office off somewhere to do your own little projects, try to help him save face. But despite some one idiot. No, this is quite the demotion for the man. So anyway, following the news of Emmerich via The Wrap wrote an article where they go over what David Zaslav wants to do with Warner Brothers, with mention of a DC insider. That's DC Comics, not Washington, D.C. No. Anyway, recommending to cancel all current Superman projects and create a shared DC universe around Henry Cavill. Isn't that what they were supposed to do originally? But then they kept stumbling around and wanting to change things at the 11th hour on just about everything. Yeah, if you don't do that this time around, it might actually work. Yeah. Of note is that this is just the recommendation of a DC insider and may not actually be what is happening under Zaslav and Warner Brothers Discovery, but much as I, and that's that, have been writing about, it could be the case. So here's a little snippet that he took from The Wrap, because all we care about is DC stuff, so I don't know what other Warner Brothers stuff they got going on. Check out The Wrap if you want to see that. But anyway, what could the new DC plan be going forward? Will the new DCG follow the plan laid out by the Flash movie, or start something new altogether? Of course, the Flash movie could be an opportunity to start over. That's kind of been the running deal. I mean, they've already swapped out Batman for Michael Keaton Batman, at least for a while anyway. Wow. Anyway, if anything, they'll go back to individual movies. I mean, they can, but unless DeLuca has some plan, according to a DC insider. They need to get a fucking Superman movie off the ground. Boy, ain't that the truth. But apparently that was part of shenanigans from Bad Robot as well. So that's why we haven't had anything Superman, except for the TV show, which is pretty good. But that's it. You know, and he sat on his ass for his dumb movie idea. So, Anyway, and if the plan is a shared universe, Henry Cavill-led Superman needs to be the focal point. The DC insider added that Zaslav's team should scratch every Superman project in development and start fresh with Cavill. Yes, that's exactly what they should do. Since the template is pretty much already there are some cast members you're going to want to keep, like, Gal Gadot and Jason Momoa. The rest, I mean, if Ben Affleck would come back, then fine. It keeps going back and forth on that. Then great. Or recast that version of Batman, but in keeping with that version of Batman. Or they're just going to force the Matt Reeves Batman to be a part of this. They could do that. But, and Matt Reeves is, well, if you don't want to be a part of that, then, well, you know where the door is. So anyway, Superman projects include J.J. Abrams and racist Ta-Nehisi Coates. And then there's the Michael B. Jordan Superman. Which is the better of the two? Neither is really that great because it's just such superficial nonsense that the wokerati does. But anyway, his project would have been the one to watch. But on the other hand, why not just cast him as Jon Stewart? Now, of course, Wayne T. Carr was cast as him in the Snyder Cut deal, but they made him cut it out and all that. I don't know. Michael B. Jordan I've seen perform, and he's a pretty good actor. John Boyega could probably do it too. And then there's other characters. For whatever reason, Suicide Squad won't cast the Bronze Tiger. Why not? But yeah, there's plenty of other characters, and to do this kind of thing, it's just, the race swapping is just never going to be accepted, even though this is a multiverse thing. And I guess if they really do set up multiverse and they will have these side projects for HBO Max and stuff like that, well, it could work. It's just the Val Zod story is complicated with the New 52 version of the Justice Society and all that stuff. And it was interesting for a while, but then it just sort of fizzles. I mean, they ended up destroying the whole Earth, and they had to go find a new planet to rebuild a new Earth. And I mean, good Lord, that's more science fiction and stuff. Just forget about the superheroes. They're still wearing costumes and being superheroes. And they're like, what for? You got a world to build. So I'm guessing most of that just wouldn't even be part of the picture. But then it would just be a Superman story. It's just, it's Michael B. Jordan doing it. And that's it. Well, what's the point, So, but if they were going to save any of them, that one I'd be okay with. I don't want to see anything by Ta-Nehisi Coates. I've seen some of his Black Panther comics, and that's enough of him turning everybody into a racist. So anyway, Zaslav taking over WB and cleaning house and actually wanting to make a profit. What a novel idea. It's hope that Zaslav is doing away with all the woke garbage, which has been crippling Hollywood the past few years due to quality content and storyline sacrifice for politically correct agendas. Marvel is currently going through this with Kevin Feige's Phase 4. Yeah. The only offset of that would be the Spider-Man movie, but I think that's just an aberration. The rest of them are staying to the course of that. So anyway, and then he goes into, yes, the original plan, and he talks about this, that they were going to build a shared universe around Henry Cavill's Man of Steel, and that there was going to be the Batman, which is the template they used for the Batman with Robert Pattinson. But originally, apparently Tyler Hoechlin, who is the TV Superman now, was the one they were thinking about being the Batman and all that, which I don't know about him playing Batman. I just haven't seen him do it. But that idea of just doing a Batman movie and then having Superman and Batman meet in some other movie later on would be much better of how this flowed. But that was Warner Brothers interference. They were forcing this and forcing that, and Tyler Hoechlin was he was an unknown actor for the moment. He was in Teen Wolf and MTV, not very big. They thought they needed an established star. They went with Ben Affleck, and of course Zack Snyder. All he knows of Batman is Dark Knight Returns. I mean, that's which if he had just done Dark Knight Returns, probably would have been better. But that's what he wanted to do. That's why they wanted an older Batman and all that type of stuff. And he just took bits and pieces from this and that and cobbled it together for the Batman versus Superman. So this is all a good point to be made. It makes sense to hurry up and get Cavill back into Superman and all that stuff. As far as McCloy, well, once again, he loses his objectivity because he's mad at Zack Snyder for what he did to Geeks and Gamers. He's not wrong about that. That was a rotten thing for him to have done, and he kind of spoiled the movie. But I was objectively able to watch Snyder Cut and see that it's really good. He keeps saying it failed. It didn't. It didn't. The Samba TV guy even says it didn't. So he just keeps running for that. And if you want to use those metrics and whatnot, then the Batman lost to Batman versus Superman. Imagine that, you know? Which is shit. I mean, I'm talking about the theatrical version. The full version is much better. It's still a very flawed movie, but it's much better than that theatrical thing. That was crap. And yet, made more money than the Batman. So, you know, he's all into the Batman. The Batman is a fine film as long as you don't think about it. Because it just falls apart. It just does. Sorry. And he says it's a big success. It is a success. It's not a big success. You know, and again, by the Warner Brothers at the time, would have been scrapped because it didn't make Marvel money. You know? Yeah, things are a little leaner and more desperate now. So it's going to get its sequel. And spin-off shows too, apparently. So I guess we'll see those. But good Lord, it's not this massive game changer or anything like that. As for Superman, who cast this guy? So there are dumb ideas that Snyder did. That's true. And then there were really good ones. Casting this guy was a good one. Casting Wonder Woman was a good one. And Aquaman turned out, even though Jason Momoa had, you know, well, then again, they did do the mean and almost Conan the Barbarian like Aquaman for a while. So I guess he's in keeping with that version of him. That sort of thing. But his Flash, ooh. And I like Ben Affleck as Batman. Other people just would never going to accept him as it. But it seems like he doesn't want to do it anymore. So that's that. But that's the thing. Even if it's restore the Snyderverse, well, what? Even if Snyder's not really involved, you can still use these actors and some of the aspects of it in that Justice League, and you move forward with that. Why is that so hard? You know. But as far as if you're that obsessive about hating Zack Snyder, then I guess you can't have Henry Cavill anymore. You know, that's ridiculous. Meanwhile, there's rumors he might show up in the Black Adam movie. And here's Black Adam showing off the toys. Oh, Funko Pops. So there's Dr. Fate. But the Dr. Fate, you briefly see him, but it looks really cool. That's Atom Smasher and Cyclone, who was race swapped. What are you going to do? Also, Hawkman was, but then again, in keeping with the whole story of reincarnation and stuff, especially back in ancient Egypt. But I guess he's supposed to be the modern Hawkman when Black Adam goes up against the Justice Society and all that. So anyway, that's the toys. So far, they're showing off for that. And then here's a poster. There he is in his suit and everything. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. So, don't know if they've shot like a cameo of Superman in it with Henry Cavill. It's starting to sound like that might be likely. And then there's a desire for him to show up for the sequel. So that would be cool. But time will tell, as always. So let's hope we get Henry Cavill back as Superman.